Just can't stop. Just can't stop thanking you.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. It's the Cora Miles Power Show. Listen, I think I'm going to have to take the mask off.
Yeah.
Pastor Mike.
Go ahead, and we're all good. Vaccinated, sanctified, and sanitized.
You sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost?
Right, and the mighty burning fire.
Shots and everything?
I got it all.
All right. Well, listen, thank you so much for tuning in to the Cora Miles Power Show on today. This is a beautiful day. This is a day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice
Absolutely.
and be glad in it. In spite of the weather, what it looks like, listen, all you need to do is be grateful, be thankful, because try missing one of these days, whether it's raining or not. God got to say, man, Pastor Michael Norman.
Hey.
I see you. Just do it. You back in the studio with us after
Yes.
missing in action for about 3 weeks.
Was it 3 weeks? Yeah, well, last week I was in a pastor's conference. Actually, It was a pastor's retreat. Where about maybe 10 of us, they rented out a nice big condo, 3 levels.
For 10 people? Y'all got to do all
Yeah,
that?
it had enough. Well, some of them were couples. So
We need to change professions.
yeah. Well, when they didn't do it, we paid. They didn't do it. We paid to be a part of it, but it was a great gathering where, I like to joke that all the pastors got together so we can talk about the saints in private, where we won't be interrupted.
How you can do things even more better.
Absolutely, becoming better servants.
Yes.
At the end of the day, one of the reasons where I'm sure you're in real estate, I'm in real estate, and we're all in real estate in various aspects of it, whether it's lending or actually doing the house showing, it's because we love to help people. There is such a high passion to see people do well and live out their best life, and that's what we're going to really have discussions about today to help benefit so many people. This is going to be a goodie. I promise you.
Listen, I'm so excited, Pastor Mike, because God always has a plan. No matter what we're going through, no matter what we're dealing with, He always has a plan for us. And on today, it's like none other that we're bringing you the 411. So I hope you got your pad and pencil ready for the 411.
Copious notes.
Yes. So we're just going to jump right into this thing, but I want you guys to really, really contact your friends and family members of those. And even for you, please like and share. You got all different platforms here that we're on WOKB Live, as well as Pastor Michael Norman's page.
I'm looking rather casual. I'm sorry, ladies. I would have dressed up.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I do have some manners, but
He always come in. He got some color on, you know what I'm saying. You're not pastoring today, so you good. You don't have to wear the suit.
I don't have to have a collar in my...
No, not today.
I'm good. Good. Thank you, Lord.
You look great as usual. Thank you so much. But I want you all to know that we're here because help is still on the way.
Yes, it is.
I believe, God, that it's not over yet. But this is just a piece that I was so excited when one of the lenders, not just one of the lenders, actually I know I'm supposed to have resources all over the place, and I got them. But this is one of the lenders that I work with, but I don't feel I have to go anywhere else when I direct a client for a home loan because I know Jennifer Smith is going to take care of them.
Absolutely.
And she's going to, we're going to focus on how we can make it happen, not just keep talking and going back and forth. So I love partnering with people that believe in going the extra mile. And I'm talking about sometimes we have to go the extra. But it's a great thing to see people get approved for a home loan. And
nothing like it.
Listen,
Nothing like it.
I would say get that yes in their spirit. They get the yes in their spirit, then we can move forward because God need us to participate. So with us on today, Pastor Michael Norman. Also, I have Miss Jennifer Smith that's here with us, and she has her loan processes. Shanice, I know they gave you a last name, right?
No,
I'm Shanice Nelson.
Shanice Nelson.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
AKA IT expert.
Okay. Yes. So Jennifer, first of all, introduce yourself and Shanice, and then tell them about your company, and how God is blessing your business as well.
Absolutely.
But tell us about what you've been doing and who you are and all that good stuff.
So I'm Jennifer Smith. I'm the branch manager for American Pacific Mortgage. We're a company that is very much centered on making sure that we're not only doing loans but also involved in the community. We have a charity that we do. It's called APM Cares. On top of that, Shanice actually runs a food drive where she goes out and she feeds the homeless.
Wow.
Wonderful. So
Yeah.
you guys are
Alright.
giving back, not just going in and doing business and people coming to
I
you,
like
but you're
that.
giving
I
back
like
to the
that.
community. I love it. I
Exactly.
love it.
And
yes.
the nice thing about APM and, being with them is that we have pretty much every program you can think of. So it's very rare that there's going to be a time where I'm going to have to tell somebody, I'm sorry, we just can't do anything for you. I would say probably more than 95% of the time we can figure out a way to make it work.
Wow. That's
Where
a
there's
good
a
average.
will, there's a way.
Absolutely. And because just recently, of course, the last few months, interest rates went up and everybody got kind of up in arms. Oh my God, I'm not going to be able to get my house, blah, 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 and that sort of thing. But you guys have discovered through creative financing how to make it possible for those. Of course, we have to do our due diligence and things of that nature, but it's not as dubious as one would believe.
That's a true statement. So we have a couple different programs for that right now. The first one is a 2-1 buy down, which actually allows you to buy your interest rate down 2%
That's new
the
too.
first year.
I just heard that.
It
yeah.
is. Yeah, it's 2% the first year, 1% the second year, and then after that it goes back to the normal rate. But what it does is it gives the borrower time for them to go ahead and refinance the house.
Right.
When we all hope, fingers crossed, rates come back down.
Yeah, and they will. It's
Absolutely,
cyclical,
it's coming down.
So with that particular program, though, do they have to re-qualify when it's time to?
So if they refinance, absolutely. If you're going to refinance, you always have to requalify. But it gives you 2 years to kind of get yourself in order.
2 years, 2% the first year, 1% the
the
second year, and then third year you're back
Correct.
to whatever your rate
And then
is.
the borrowers are not allowed to pay for it. It has to be paid by either the seller of the home or the lender.
Oh.
Okay.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Our most popular program right now, unfortunately, because of all the damage that was done through Hurricane Ian, is going to be our FHA 203H program. This is 100% financing. The really cool thing about it is it's not just for homeowners, it's also for renters whose homes were damaged, extremely damaged. I mean, we're not talking about like, a shingle flew off.
Right.
But,
right.
if you've had
Tree fell into the
extensive
house.
damage
Yeah.
or the home has been destroyed,
Uh-huh.
they can qualify. It's 100% financing. So it's just like if you were doing a VA or a USDA loan, but it's FHA.
I like it.
Absolutely.
Now, and it's it's 100%?
100%
Finance?
financing.
No kind of tucked away 3% here, no provisions, no caveats.
No down payment. The only thing that the buyer has to do is they need to cover their closing costs.
Right.
But you can always ask the seller for closing costs. If you had said that 6 months ago, I would have laughed at you. But since the market has changed,
It's flipped. Yeah,
you can do that again.
Mm-hmm. That's
That's
awesome.
really good. I like that too. So this is a product by FHA.
It is.
Yes.
Okay, 203H, 203 help.
Yes.
I'm gonna put that in there. Help. Okay, that's
That,
what the
yeah,
H
that's a
stand
good
for.
reminder.
So with this, do they have to qualify or like
They-
still as a normal loan or?
They have to have an inspection. They have to get a home inspection. Again, it doesn't matter if you're in an apartment or if you rent or if you own. As long as you have a home inspection and your house was declared a disaster, you can qualify.
I'm just trying to make sure I got you on my page too, so you can let me know if I got you.
I remember
You got
a
it.
few years ago, I had similar damage because we had big trees, and Florida always has trees. So this must be one of the bigger things, the more frequent occurrences with trees falling into the house and that thing. And I'm telling you, to be able to get the one. I just sorry, I'm skipping streams here.
That's okay.
but the one thing that comes to mind is the ease of access. Who can access this FHA?
So anybody who is in a federally declared disaster area qualifies.
Oh wow!
Whether you
So
rent
it's
or
not-
own.
Oh wow! So it has nothing to do with in terms of personal income or debt.
So you got to be able to qualify for the loan.
Beyond the obvious.
Yeah, so you got to be able to qualify for the loan. You've got to have the debt to income, which with FHA,
ratio.
the maximum debt to income ratio is 57% on the back end. When I'm talking about back end debt ratio, we're talking about the cost of the home plus all of the bills that show on their credit report.
Right.
So they should not owe more on a monthly basis
Then 57%.
than 57%.
Of their income.
Okay.
But we can work with that too. So there's a lot of different things that, you can kind of do. So let's say you've got student loans that are really high, maybe because they're in deferment. And when you have student loans in deferment with FHA, we have to count 0.5% of whatever the balance is against them. So if it's $100,000, it's $500 a month. Okay? If they take that same student loan and they contact their student loan company and they ask them to either put their loans into a income-based repayment plan or into a extended repayment plan, which basically takes the loan and extends it out over 25 to 30 years, much like a mortgage, that payment's going to drop significantly, and that can be a way to kind of help somebody get their debt ratio to a point where they qualify.
Right. And is it like, if they qualify for that with their debt to income ratio, how what about prepayment or what do you call it? I can't even think of the word.
Is it
now.
prepayment penalty?
Well, let's call it that. Prepayment.
There's no
penalty.
prepayment penalty. There is
early
PMI.
payment. Yeah.
There's PMI, private mortgage insurance, because it's FHA.
Right.
That's required, but no prepayment penalties. This is a regular 30-year or 15-year fixed rate mortgage.
Ooh.
Now, Jennifer, for some of those that they may not know what all that PMI means and stuff like that. So tell them about that, because that does affect their payments. But what is some of the cases, and what does that mean? What does that do for them, or really what it do for the lender, I guess? But
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay, so private mortgage insurance is basically insurance that's on every loan, unless you have 20% equity with a conventional loan. But it's on every loan, and basically what it does is it's insurance that protects the mortgage company. So it's, if to say they were to default or something, the mortgage company gets back that amount of money.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to describe it.
Yes.
But it does have a beneficial effect for the buyer as well, because of course it helps them qualify.
Exactly.
It's kind of one of those olive branches that, well, we'll put this in place for our own particular protection, but it also allows you the opportunity to secure whatever the house that you're looking to secure.
Something else with this 203H program is that we can go all the way down to a 580 credit score.
Really?
Oh, wow.
As long as we
So
get
a
an
normal
approved
score
eligible.
for FHA is that
So FHA will technically go down to 500. I'll tell you, it's very rare to see them go down
they
that low.
will go down
They
to
will,
500?
but usually
Very
when you're
rare.
going to see that,
Oh, okay.
Very
Operative word, rare.
Rare.
yeah, it's like almost like a unicorn. So
Right. But I think most people are familiar with the idea that you at least, I think some what I've discovered, like they know, well, I'm only 570, 580, somewhere up in there, and there's a possibility, a greater possibility.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you can definitely qualify for an FHA loan with a 580 credit score. The only thing that I'll tell you is that kind of the sweet spot with FHA is going to be around a 620.
Yeah.
That's kind of your sweet spot.
Okay.
You can do 610.
Somebody
can
it
get.
just kinda
I mean, you can
depends.
get in. I'm just saying, if you can kind of finagle and align your it takes. That's
It
a
takes
question.
managing your finances.
management.
It takes, I think one of the things, Pastor Mike, that I find, the people think that, I can just call Jennifer, she's a lender, and she can just make this happen. No.
No.
She cannot make your bills
No.
go away.
But you can
However,
you
she
can order
help
yourself.
educate you.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. That okay, if you know this is available, then now's the time to start preparing. And that's my question to you in terms of how far out, how much preparation can be. I know it varies based on your credit score, debt to ratio, but in terms of, hey, I just found out about this. Do I have 90 days to kind of prepare and get in a position? Maybe 90, what is it, 90, 60 days or something?
with the 16.
I'm saying
with the 16 credit score.
perhaps 610. Yeah.
Okay, so if that is, your debt has to be low. If you got a low credit score, you can't have high debt and think you're going to get a mortgage.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And So, like with that example he's talking about, do I have you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the other thing is that I think with Pastor Mike, don't let me put words in your mouth, but the key thing is getting in position.
Right.
Know where you are. So that means you need to start with the lender. Don't go to every. Okay, I started to say something. Don't go to everybody in town.
All these credit repair people.
Yes, and
Yeah.
you're doing all of that stuff that you don't have to join no membership for. There's free services available for that, and then the lender can say, "This is what I need you to do." Now, don't let me talk for the lender. I'm not the lender. I'm the realtor. So y'all send them to me. Oh, okay, Pastor Mike. But what I'm saying is, they need to get in position, get information, so they make sure they qualify. So they're not running in circles, don't get disturbed. So that person would sit down with that application. You got, as a matter of fact, Shanice, and I think this will bring us to your point. Walk them through that process. A client comes to you, and you guys pull their credit.
So a
Right.
client comes to me. Jen will set them up. Jen will set them up with the best loan possible, whichever works for them and their income and their debt. Now, the good thing about American Pacific Mortgage and plus Jennifer's good with credit repair.
Yes.
So
You have a credit repair
So-
component.
very
Yes and
knowledgeable.
no.
He just got a lot of knowledge and experience.
Knowledge, yeah. So if a person say it's a few discrepancies, Jen will help them out. Hey, this is what you need to do to get here. Okay, take you about a month, but we can start. But this is what I need you to do.
And you got to follow the plan.
Follow the plan. Now, once Jen give you a plan and you good, then you come to me. And once you come to me, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure you close when it's time to close.
That's right. I like that because, us as realtors, we likes to close on time.
Love to close on time.
Sometimes we count our pennies before they get, okay.
I've had so many who can get right, literally to the door and, one more. So when you are, let me just underscore the necessity of making sure you toe the line until that closing is done.
Oh,
Don't
yes.
do anything outside of what is prescribed. I'm telling you, any one little thing. Oh, somebody offered me, American Airlines, I can get 5,000 air miles if I get their credit card. Boom. Now, that impacts.
Or you go out buying furniture before you even close.
The worst thing they always do: buy furniture before you close. Now you can't close because
that is
your debt too high now because you bought furniture on a house you don't have yet.
I just had someone call me from Ocala yesterday, and I'm like, they want to go shopping, look at furniture. Listen, don't even go out the door. Don't even think furniture. You do not, because they'll be going. You go in the store, they'll say, just give me your number and I'll see what we can do. Just you can come pick it up as soon as you close. No, don't do nothing.
No.
Honestly, I think that all the agents,
Yes.
speaking to the realtors,
Some of them. Okay,
Some
you
of
gonna put us all in there? Okay, go ahead.
There are those.
Some of them.
There are
Some of 'em.
those.
Some of them.
Allegedly.
She getting ready to talk
Let's
about
keep
it.
it legal.
No,
No,
talk
nobody
about
come
us
out.
now. Talk about us. Tell the truth.
Only thing that I'm gonna say is please listen to your lender.
Yes.
Don't
yes.
think you know the financial piece.
Right.
because Some of y'all don't.
I do
That's
not
right. I
glory
try to
in
separate
finance.
that.
Listen
Yes.
to your lender.
No.
If we tell your client no, no is no.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's it. No.
As that's a word to every would-be realtor because
Yes.
sometimes we're looking at our own particular financial situation and we need that thing to close and we'll try to cut corners to make that happen.
Can't
Worst
do it.
thing you can do once you bring them to the table with a lender. Back out, go find another client. That's the best thing to do. Go get another one in the pipeline. Work on them so you can have them ready to go into their loan lending process as well. So you're absolutely. But don't buy a thing if you're in the process. Somebody might be listening right now. You're in the process of buying, and you're going through the due diligence and
The approval process.
what is that? What do they call that? The underwriting. Underwriting. They go through the underwriting is like FBI. So
That's
true.
because that's what the lenders do.
yeah,
Listen, I tell everybody before you got a house now, go ahead and tell us your secrets because we're gonna find them.
that's we're gonna find out. We will find out, or they
Right.
will find out. So you can run, but you can't hide. So
We
the
gonna
best thing
find
to
out all
do.
the secrets.
So it's
Yeah.
best to just come clean day one. Hey, here's
Yes.
all of my financial information. These are my situations that exist. How does it or how will it impact the loan process? And then that way, it won't waste a whole lot of time.
That's right.
You know.
And sometimes the client may not know what's on their credit.
But that's true.
So then we have to work because I know we working on some things. But we can address those issues. Nothing's too hard. I'm gonna put it this way: we're not God, but nothing's too hard for God. So He'll use some people to say, "Okay, I need you to do this. I need
Right.
you to do that,"
Right.
and we can help you.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I'm talking about people that's really serious about helping you. And sometimes it looks like it's a long process and it's not going to be worth the wait. But I trust me, it's worth the wait.
It's tedious,
It's
but
worth the
it's
wait.
designed that way.
It's
Yeah.
better to do the work ahead of time than to wait till you're under contract and you're trying to beat a deadline. So it's better to find out everything ahead of time. Sometimes we get people who have, I don't know any other way to put this, than erroneous approvals. They never should have been approved. And then we've got to go, okay, what can we do to make this loan work? And for the record, we just closed one like that, 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
In 2 weeks. Just saying.
You closed in 2
In
weeks?
2 weeks.
It
What?
was-
The realtors need to be calling you. So,
Yeah, but they had a pre-approved.
Oh my
they were.
gosh.
How
It
did
was
that
an-
work
it
out?
was an FHA loan. They
Oh,
had
okay.
already ordered the appraisal, so all we had to do was transfer the case number.
Okay.
Transfer the appraisal, and then the only thing that was needed was a re-inspect on the appraisal. That was another nightmare, but it's okay. We got there in 2 weeks.
Wow.
And we closed something that the other lender declined.
Wow.
So understand this: American Pacific Mortgage,
Uh-huh.
Jennifer, branch manager,
Amen.
Shanice, the processor.
Help with that process,
The,
right?
Listen.
the 1-2 punch.
We close. We have you clear the close at least a week prior
So you're saying
before closing.
that teamwork, when everybody works together, you can make things happen.
Absolutely.
That's
Yes.
exactly what we do.
Yes.
As long as the borrower cooperates.
Yes.
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
you can't not give us your documents.
You give them
or-
a prescription.
Oh, my
Yeah, I
gosh.
gotta have
Fun.
everything, and
Yeah.
then if I have everything, we can make it happen. And we're not just a two-man team either. So it's myself,
right.
Shanice, we have another processor, and we have 4 other loan officers.
Wow.
So it's a full team that is working on your behalf.
Yeah.
That's good. Are you doing face to face now, or they have to call you on the phone?
Yep, we can do face to face.
Oh,
We
well,
can
tell
do
me where your
online.
office is.
Okay, so our office is in Metro West. It's at 2427 South Hiawassee Road. If you're familiar with it, it's the Metro West Public Shopping Plaza,
How about the
right next to
Kikis?
Kiki's Restaurant.
We all know where Kiki's
So you can
is.
come visit us and then go get some lunch
Yeah.
or
Right,
breakfast.
that's
Our
right.
breakfast, we're right next to
Yep.
Kiki's. Between Kiki's and the liquor
There's a
store.
liquor store there too,
Oh,
but
don't
you
go to
probably
the
would
liquor store.
avoid that
They're
one.
not gonna come back.
We're
That
believing
might be
for
for a different show.
right. That's a whole nother
Did you
customer.
say you wanted? Oh
No,
my gosh.
but we believe in helping everybody.
That's good. That's good. I tell you what, let's take a break. We're going to come back and talk a little bit more about the FHA 203H.
Okay.
All right, because that is because we're getting ready for this other hurricane, but that's going to be help for the people, and I'm excited about it. So, Brother Glenn, if you have some music for us, amen.
we age, it helps to assess our risk for developing Alzheimer's disease. This is especially important for those who have a greater chance to develop the condition, like African Americans and Hispanic Americans. A good first step is a memory screening, which may be available in the Trailblazer study, a memory loss clinical research study seeking adults with normal memory and behavior patterns. To learn more, call 407-278-6339 or visit ClinCloud Research. You may be able to participate if you are 65 to 80 years old and have a reliable study partner who knows you well and is familiar with your day-to-day life. Compensation is available. Are you concerned about developing Alzheimer's disease? Consider the Trailblazer study today. Call 407-278-6339 or visit clincloudresearch.com. That's 407-278-6339 or clincloudresearch.com.
Hey, folks, we're right back here in the studios here at WOKB Radio. Listen, I want you to make sure that you heard the little Christmas jingle that was playing there in the background. That's yours truly, our Christmas offering. You know, Christmas comes like immediately after Halloween. So after we've scared the bejeebies out of you, now we're going to excite you and build you right back up and to let you know that Christmas is on its way, our favorite time of the year. So that song's going to be available iTunes and all of your download sites. Now, today we've got Shanice and Jennifer in the studios, and we've been talking about how we can help you get your house. We're literally taking it from the position of a dream to a reality, from rhetoric to reality. But there are necessary means that has to be done and observed in order for that to happen. We talked about, again, transparency. How big is transparency when it comes to the whole lending process? Jennifer.
Transparency is absolutely crucial. We have to know everything. We were talking about, letting you know all of your little nuances. I need to know all the skeletons in your closet. Anything that, if I ask a question, don't be afraid to tell me, because just because you had a bankruptcy, just because you had a foreclosure, does not mean you won't qualify.
Really. And again, it's all about, I guess, perspective, because we're obviously a religious broadcasting station, so maybe you treat it like a confessional. It's a judgment-free zone. The lenders, the loan officers, are not there to pass judgment on you. Y'all talk about that now.
Everybody have problems.
That's a very true statement. So you never have to worry about the information that you tell your lender going anywhere. On a moral standpoint, I just wouldn't do it, but we're also legally obligated not to give that kind of information out.
Right.
So a lot of times we'll have a borrower come in and they'll say, I want to make sure my realtor or the listing agent doesn't know this. And I'm like, nobody's going to know this. I'm not talking to anybody unless you give me permission.
Not only that, but the initial just being able to expose some of the things that may not be flattering about your whole financial situation. They need to know that you guys are in a position where you're not passing judgment, but you're there. Hey, this is a judgment-free zone. Now, no condemnation. We're just trying to get to the facts so that we can help make this home or this loan possible.
We go through it with you.
You go through?
We go with each loan. Whatever you go through during that process, we going through it.
You're lovingly. You're going to take me by my hand and say, Mr. Norman, it's okay.
Yes.
No matter what you've been through, we're here to help you get through it.
Some of our clients, we're like their person. We become their family member, their advisor,
confidant,
everything within that time frame.
And it's so needful, though.
Right. Whether you calling us 9 o'clock at night, because some do, and I'll send Jen a text, hey, I had to come, turn down. We go through it too.
Right.
Like literally.
Yeah.
We go through it too. So throughout the process, when you're dealing with us, again, our goal is to get you to the finish line.
Right. And it is a high stress period of time where you're going to have a little bit of an endurance to be able to, like you said, get to the finishing line. I like that analogy. Because it's not a sprint. It's a bit of a marathon. You got to have some tolerance there.
Absolutely. Some patience. And what I tell people from the very beginning is we're going to paperwork you to death. Make peace with it. I'm going to paperwork you to death. You're
just
probably not going to like me at
Yeah.
some points during this process. But just know that we're working in your best interest. If we're asking for something, it's not because we just thought it would be fun to ask for it. It's a requirement.
Yeah.
I would say probably the hardest thing for people to really wrap their heads around is when we have to source money.
Yeah.
That's something that people really don't understand. Well, why do you need to see my account? Why do you need to see where this came from? And it's, I mean, honestly, we could care less if you dug it out of your backyard, but
Yeah.
the government feels differently about it.
They do.
So there's the Patriot
Is that a new
Act.
thing too? Yeah.
So no, not
Since-
really.
It's always been that. So if I show up at a whatever a meeting and I say, hey, I happen to have $250,000 at my disposal.
Okay.
In cash?
Cash.
Is it
yeah.
under your mattress?
It's in my
Mattress
it's
money.
actually it's in a hole in the ground in the back of the.
Yeah.
my
Wherever
apartment.
you
it is, you
can't
gotta
use that money.
bring that paperwork with
You
you.
cannot use
Not unless you can
that
prove
cash
where that cash came
unless you
from.
can source.
Yep.
Yes, if you cashed a check and you cashed that check and they gave you all cash, that's sourcing it.
Okay.
You have to tell us where it come from. Like Jen said, we don't care, but the government care.
The government does.
And
care.
then even with the Zelle and Cash App now,
Oh.
people utilize Zelle, Cash App, and PayPal so much now. To guess what?
What?
We have to source that.
Oh, okay.
That's
yeah.
right. So
yeah.
they got to show a report or something.
We have to source it. Now I need to know where this money come from. You got $2,000 from Zelle. Where?
Or you sent
Cash App.
$2,000
Or you
somewhere.
sent, like we
Well,
have
cent doesn't
cent
matter.
doesn't matter.
Really?
Money coming in.
Unless it's not, as long as it doesn't say payment.
Yeah.
If it says payment, I'm gonna revert back to the bank statements. A lot of people take out loans and don't tell us. And then we get your bank statement. We see payment to Amscott. Well, why are you paying Amscott? $350. Oh, I took out a loan. Now we have to add that debt to you.
Right.
Or you have to pay it off.
That's interesting, though. If I happen to have
Pastor Mike. But you know everybody don't get their cash
No.
legally.
If you had
I
cash,
don't know why.
Well, you may not have the total dollar amount of the house that you like to buy, but you think I got $25,000 tucked away.
Okay, where'd you
50.
get it from? Where'd it come from?
My
Just
mattress.
answer the question. But you got to document it.
A
Where
mat-
did you get it from before you put it on the mattress?
Mattress money is a no.
Say that in the microphone.
Mattress money is a no.
Mattress money,
Unless-
in the can money, anywhere, bosom money,
The bosom.
whatever.
unless you put it in the bank for 2 months.
And let it
Oh.
sit.
If it sits in the bank for 2 months, then we don't have to verify where it came from. But just know if you're depositing large amounts of cash into the bank, Homeland Security is going to come have a
That's
conversation
right.
with you.
That's right.
So,
Yeah, we've seen that.
and they're going to want to know where it came from. So it's like,
That's interesting.
Yes.
Your finances are. You might
It's very
have
important.
privacy, your own personal privacy, but your money is not a
No.
private matter. That is interesting.
But like Jen said, if you do deposits, let's say 5,000, then you got a week later you deposit another 5,000. But this is what in August, and you're not closing until December. Don't give me no bank statement yet. Let it sit. And by the time I need your bank statement, those large deposit transactions will not show. It'll just show that you have the funds.
Wow.
So basically, you're just educating them. You're not showing them how to circumvent money, but
Absolutely
you're educating
not.
them on the process.
Right.
just
and
know
it's
though
needed.
that money
Because-
that comes in is going to have to be verified somewhere, somehow.
That's right. And people have a tendency, sometimes people have a tendency to think, I lost my Facebook page. That's why I'm trying to get on. I don't know. I'm trying to get on something. I don't even know the password for here.
Oh,
But my thing
this
is,
is new.
we're here to help educate people. So it's not about you having dollars and you can just purchase or walk in and get whatever you want. Those days are past and gone. You might can do that someplace else. But when people license are on the line, you got to be regulated and you got to monitor these loans. Not only that, you want to position somebody for future business. So they would know what's required. You might want to buy. Cara had a question about investment property. I did say she could call in it, or anyone that wants to ask a question, 407-894-1680. But this gets them in position for future business. They want to come back to the realtor and say, I want to buy an investment property. We've sold them their first home. Now, don't you want to sell them some more homes?
Absolutely.
Okay, then.
So let me cut in just for a minute. So this FHA 203H loan that we were talking about with 100% financing, that's going to be for primary residence only.
Not
FHA
investment.
is always primary, no investments.
Right. Yeah, no investment properties.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No second homes. It's primary only.
Okay.
Now, if you happen to own a home, but you're buying, say, a second, that home that you use this FHA, what's it, 203H? If you use that, or you qualify for that, that must be your primary home.
It does.
You can maintain the house or a previous house, right?
So wait, because let me make sure I understand the question. Are you talking about 2 FHA loans?
No. If I already have a house.
The house
Okay.
that was damaged, because it's only for the ones that were affected by the hurricane, because we have not. You
It's
mentioned,
for the existing house.
It has to be your primary residence.
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
primary residence.
So your tenant that's renting, say you own multiple properties. Your home didn't get your primary
I
residence.
own multiple properties.
Your primary residence did not get destroyed, but one of the properties that you're renting
Got destroyed or damaged.
got damaged to the point that they have to move out.
Right. But that doesn't qualify.
Your
Yes.
tenant
Your
qualifies.
tenant
qualifies, not you.
Oh.
So even though your
okay.
tenant is renting from
That's
you,
good. Yeah.
that home is considered damaged. They can't live in it.
Mm-hmm.
So your tenant
That's
can
good news.
qualify now to purchase a home
Mm-hmm.
with 100% financing.
Wow, and that's awesome, because that means there's less money they got to come out of pocket with, because that's been one of the problems. People don't have the money for the down payment.
And the
or,
good thing about
you know.
this, 100% financing, and if the seller's nice and agree to pay the $9,000 to $10,000 in closing costs, they technically bring in nothing.
Wow. Wow, and there are a lot of sellers that are willing to do that.
Absolutely.
Because they want to sell their home.
Yeah, we've seen a change in the market where at one point it was definitely a seller's market.
Definitely
you know.
a seller's
Homes,
market.
You could put your home on the market and 10 minutes later you had 50 offers and
Done
nobody
that,
looked
yeah.
at it and it was good. $500 or $500,000 over appraised value, ridiculous stuff. It's definitely seen a swing in the market where now it's more of a buyer's market and the sellers are willing to be a little more negotiable.
So all the homeowners are the ones, all the landlords, this is a time for them to not be greedy
That's right.
and assist.
Yeah.
Because
Educate.
a lot of landlords, homes where they rent is destroyed.
Yeah,
But
I
a
mean,
lot of
Florida
us-
is pretty much all rental property or leased property at some point.
But it goes to that person not being selfish and giving them this knowledge so they can.
So they can, yeah.
elevate.
But it benefits
'Cause
the
you
owner
know-
at the end of the day because it's still their property. So
Well, they have their property, but that doesn't mean that this loan is going to help the owner.
well,
But
it
if
helps
they
their
want to-
their tenant.
Their
It helps
tenant.
their tenant.
Yeah,
So-
but it helps them indirectly because it's still their property, and if that
Right, so 9 out of 10, they probably file for some kind of
With their
disaster something
insurance.
with their insurance.
So they're going to
So
reap the
why
benefits.
leave the tenant? The house is condemned. I can't live in it.
That's
So
right.
why the tenant outside in the street, living with family because the home that it was renting is destroyed?
You know, you
They can get that knowledge and start the process.
help the person
Yeah.
become a homeowner. You know, there's a little saying my mama used to say in that.
here
you
comes Georgia. Come on.
You're gonna reap what you sow.
You're
And
gonna
absolutely,
reap.
but I'm saying, when you have somebody and they've been paying you all these years for rent, if you are not happy for them to be able to get a home or release them out of their, lease in order for them to purchase a home, bless them and God will bless you. Now,
Especially
some of
in
them
these
don't care
times.
nothing about God. Pastor LeBan said it earlier. They ain't worried about no God. They don't want to hear about God.
They better be worried about it.
I know. So, but why not do that? And it's going to bless you. God is going to bless you. He's going to reward you.
Because at the end of the day, the landlords are profiting from that property. Because again, they got claims on it.
That's
The
right.
tenant, I'm paying rent. I have nothing in this house. I'm paying you rent. That's it. Everything I have in this house is inside this house.
That's right.
So if this house got damaged, now I have nothing. I'm
That's
living
right.
with family. I have to start over. the landlord is still profiting. Why not give this knowledge to your tenant? Hey, you can do to this. I'll help you with your home inspection. Or I have a home inspector who can come and inspect the property. 9 out of 10 female already did their inspection. You can also use their report and help them get a house.
That's
you
right.
have all of these people who homes got destroyed here in Orlando, and they're living with family members and in hotels still.
That's right. That's right.
That Red Cross is paying for 3 to 4 months.
And you know
And
what would be
that's
awesome?
a debt is off his bottom line. You know, if you get that tenant qualifies for the loan, again, I'm thinking in terms of those who are owners of the property, you know, how they indirectly can benefit from, if you, like you said, share this information, share this knowledge, show some compassion. You know, if it's anything like you know, Katrina or one of those type, you know, hurricanes that comes through Florida, you know, we're all going to have to be more, you know, sensitive towards.
Definitely, I agree.
Absolutely. Well, I think one of the next steps for me that I think, one, you need to be calling a licensed realtor, but we need to get you in touch with Jennifer and Shanice so they can get started on processing your paperwork.
Awesome.
Amen. So
What
if
you
you
got?
listen to this show today, we want you to encourage someone else, as well as if it's you that's needing the help. Call us today. And so we can help you. We're going to give our numbers out. I mentioned you got the 411, so you got to have your pad and pencil ready. So, you know, and then you can always come back. If you forget about what was said or done, you could come back and listen to the show on WOKB Live, because we all was going live at one point. Yeah, I got to get used to going live again. You know, and
I'm still alive too. Yeah.
you still live?
I
Okay,
didn't know
everybody
how
else
to do
still
that.
alive.
I'm
My
live.
battery's dead.
Live.
All right, but I want you to give us a call. We're going to get out and really make ourselves available. So if you know someone that's in need of this assistance, please, one of the things I encourage you to do, get a yes in your spirit. Don't think you cannot qualify. Let's go to the table and see what you can do, and we're going to tell you how you can get in position. All right? We've already told you there's some hope, there's some help to get with the down payment, closing costs, right?
Absolutely.
And so you're talking 100%. Look, this is amazing. So call me, 407-340-3067. CMJ Resources. We're located at 1316 North Pine Hills Road. We're going to have some special time scheduled that you'll be able to stop by the office. I'll be happy to meet with you. At the same time, you're going to be connecting with Jennifer or Shanice, and we're going to look at where you are. But I'll start researching for a home. Now, I got my counterpart in here. Well, he ain't my counterpart. He with somebody else. I went to Catholic. At any rate,
We're in the words of the
Pastor
song,
Michael
we're in this
Norman
thing together.
We're in this together.
Yes.
And so you can also reach him.
Reach out to me at 407-616-2227. That's 407-616-2227. And equally so, we are going to aggressively find you, first of all, find a property. Second of all, connect you with lenders such as Jennifer and Shanice here, who are dogmatic about making sure you get qualified and, as you said, reach the finishing line.
That's right.
Close
that's
on
right.
the deal.
And I'm saying to all the realtors out there, Jennifer is open. I'm speaking for her, but it's nothing like working with good lenders and people that can go the extra miles to make things happen. And we're a team. Together, everyone accomplishes more. So, Jennifer, give your number, the company name again, and how they can reach you and Shanice. And I got to come over to the office. I haven't literally been over to the office. Well, I came by the office, but
I was in a different office at that point, I think.
okay, all right then. The Lord is moving. So, Kiki's. I be thinking about food.
Kiki's.
It's time to eat. But at any rate, tell them how they can reach you guys.
Okay.
And get more information. And we're going to also let you all know, because I'm going to have some community sessions available that people can come by the office, my office, and who knows, we may be at Jennifer's office. She doesn't know it yet.
Absolutely.
but-
Come on by.
We got the room.
All right, sounds sounds
base.
good. All right then. All right.
All right, awesome. So we're, like I said before, we're at 2427 South Hiawassee Road. We're not a 9 to 5 lender, so you can pretty much call anytime. The only time the phone will be answered is if we're sleeping. So if you call at 2 o'clock in the morning, probably won't get a call till the
Probably
next
not.
morning.
But I might text you back.
You
may
just
get a
might
text.
be up,
Yeah.
right?
You can reach
Processes
me.
never sleep. Is that what it is? But I thank you all so much for coming by and being here with us on today.
Absolutely.
And sharing this information with us. And I pray that we're not in competition. Any realtor that's out there, this information, you need to check with your
Absolutely.
lenders that you're working with and make sure that you get this information because it can help some people that are really, really feeling like there's no way out, there's no hope, but God is trying to get something to you. So please, please, please pick up that phone and call. You know, if you heard about it and you want to contact your realtor, contact your realtor. And if her lender, well, they should know about it. But if they don't, then you can call Jennifer and reach out to us, and we'll get you that information. And again, you can always go back and listen to this on Facebook Live. So, ladies, thank you all so much for being here with us. Don't go anywhere. We're just about to close.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Thank you
thank
so much. And I also want to say that on this coming Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9:30 to 11:30, our sisterhood at Pine Hills Community Church is going to be having a black and white session. The title is Issues. Now, you know us women's, we got some issues. Let's be real, all right? The man is not always the one, or other people are not always the one. We got our own issues. So we're going to deal with our issues. It's not a bad thing, but we're going to eat along the way. We're going to have some breakfast.
And they
It's going
always
to be
cook
good.
good food over there.
Oh, yes, Pastor Mike, don't you know? So we're going to have a good time. So we want to invite you all out. Jennifer's trying to show me something that I can't see.
Well, have her go ahead and
Oh,
that
okay.
I'm
event.
going to let Shanice talk about it because it's her
Okay.
organization.
So let me do this real quick.
Okay.
So I want to invite you out to Pine Hills Community Church on this coming Saturday. Please make plans to come. I just need to know how many is coming. Call us. You could even give me a call at 407-340-3067 and join us every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. there for our service. And on tonight for Bible study at 6:30. So we thank you all so much, but also want to thank our sponsors, Claim Cloud. Again, if you're developing or think you got some signs of Alzheimer's or having headaches or neurological issues, please make sure you reach out to them and let them know you heard about it right here on the 411. December 2nd is the Seniors Luncheon for Charity and Love. We're going to have none other than Brother Craig Crawford. He's going to be
Craig.
offering the entertainment
Okay.
for our seniors. Pastor Mike, you fit in. You got to be 55. But at any rate, you can come to the luncheon. So please call Charity and Love at 407-422-5573. All right. Also, Miss Shanice has an announcement to make.
We are feeding the homeless this Saturday at 12
Wow.
at ZL Riley Park. So it's Thanksgiving dinner on a Saturday.
Wow. This
Again,
Saturday.
This Saturday, November the 12th at ZL Riley Park.
What time?
It's at 12 p.m.
See, he need to
12.
go to Clint Cloud.
I do.
And the name
I
of
do.
the name of the organization is Serving Out of Love. We feed the homeless every month, every holiday.
Wow.
Okay.
So where is this park? Because
ZL Riley Park is in is in Paramore.
in Paramore. That's right down on
Downtown way.
downtown. Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
So
right?
if
Paramore
you need something
in
to
Washington
do,
in that area. Okay.
Yes, if you need something to do, come to ZL Riley Park at 12 p.m. on Saturday. You can either jump in line, help feed the homeless, and take a plate home.
All right.
great.
How can they reach you if they want to volunteer?
If you would like to volunteer, you can give me a call, 772-882-0400. And remember, we are your favorite mortgage people. American
Amen.
Pacific Mortgage.
Serving the community.
Serving the
in all
community.
aspects.
All aspects.
Get your loan
Amen.
and feed the homeless.
Yes.
That's great.
Can you imagine? I love it. We can help a homeless person purchase a home.
Oh wow, that would be.
This is just.
that would be
Incredible.
amazing.
See, that's that. Okay. I'm just trying to tell you.
We getting there.
As long as
getting there.
he got a low debt to income ratio, so
Turn it
he-
down.
Look, help them get a job. Help them get a job. Listen, we never know who we entertain.
You're
right.
Okay.
You
So,
never know. You never
woo,
know.
Lord have mercy.
Don't forget to join me Saturday. I might as well throw this in. Since
Yeah, throw your announcement in, Pastor Mike.
Saturday, my wife and I were doing a free workshop seminar, Finding Your Purpose. Hey, you find your purpose, you'll find your potential, and you'll find your power. It's all this Saturday. For more information, just contact me at michaelnormanministries.com, michaelnormanministries.com, and we'll get you more insight, okay?
Amen. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much.
Thanking you. Father, you've been there faithfully. Even times when I didn't deserve you. Now I want the whole world to know that you've never, ever let me go. And you've been there. You've been there through thick and thin, always. And now I'm gonna celebrate your love and all that you've given to me. I just wanna thank you, Lord. Oh yeah. For all you've done, Lord. I just can't stop. Oh, all of my heart belongs to you, Lord. See, we know that things come and they go, but there is something they don't know. It's your love that never lets me down. You're always there through the storm and rain, and when I come to you, you never change, Lord. See, to you